राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी कृष्ण बल्लभ गिरिवरधारी कृष्ण बल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जना यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जना तीरो वनचारी तीरो वनचारी राधा माधव कुञ्ज बिहारी Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Shri Radha Madhava Nitai ki Prabhupada ki. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayana Namaskritam Narantaram Rotamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Pujayamiret Ashtaya Bhadresu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatam Krishna Swadham Bhagate Mayana Dhika Kalau Natadika Padunodika Bhagavatam for Canto Chapter 29 verse number 29. तत्रापि स्पर्शदेवीभ्यः प्रवरारसदेविना तेभ्यो गन्धविदा श्रेष्ठाः तथा शब्दविदो वरा तत्रापि स्पर्शदेवीभ्यः प्रवरारसदेविना तेभ्यो गन्धविदा श्रेष्ठाः तथा शब्दविदो वरा तत्रापि स्पर्शदेवीभ्यं प्रवरारसदेविना तेभ्यो गन्धविदा श्रेष्ठाः तथा शब्दविदो वरा अपि स्पर्शदेवीभ्यः प्रवरारसदेविना तेभ्यो गन्धविदा श्रेष्ठाः तथा शब्दविदो वरा अपि स्पर्शदेवीभ्यः प्रवरारसदेविना तेभ्यो गन्धविदा श्रेष्ठाः Tatra among them, happy, moreover, persuade Vidya, then those perceiving thoughts, Savara, later, Rasadevina, who perceiving taste, Vidya, then, Sabdavida, Gandhavida, those perceiving smell, Shrestha, better, Tata, than them, Sabdabira, those perceiving sound, Vara, better. Translation and purpose by Vicky and the Sarasana Arvind Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Among the living entities who have developed sense perception, those who have developed the sense of taste are better than those who have developed only the sense of touch. Better than them are those who have developed the sense of smell, and better still are those who have developed the sense of smell. Although Westerners accept that Darwin first expounded the doctrine of evolution, the science of anthropology is not new. The development of the evolutionary process was known long before from the Bhagavatam, which was written 5,000 years ago. There are records of the statements of Kapila Muni, who was present almost in the beginning of the creation. His knowledge has existed since the Vedic time, and all these sequences are disclosed in Vedic literature. The theory of gradual evolution or anthropology is not new to the Vedas. It is said here that amongst the trees there are also evolutionary process. The different kinds of trees have such perception. It is said that better than the trees are the trees because trees have developed the sense of taste. Better than the trees are the bees who have developed the sense of smell. And better than them are the serpents because serpents have developed the sense of hearing. In the darkness of night, a snake can find its devil simply by hearing the frog's very pleasant cry. The snake can understand there is frog, and they captures the frog simply because of sound vibration. This example is sometimes given for persons who vibrate sound simply for them. One may have a very very nice tongue that can vibrate sound like the frog, but that kind of vibration is simply calling them. The best use of this song and sound vibration is to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. That will protect one from this. निर्विशेष सुनने सत्य जय जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर हरे 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 राम. For better hear sound for the three words better better better. One is pravara means better, and another is shrestha and para. Experts Vedidam pravara rasa vedam. So you have only sense perception, and better than that is rasa vedina, and who can taste, and then better than that, and who can smell, and then after sattva vedina, sense of hearing. Yes. But here only saying it better, better, better. Always. Good, better, and better. Because more things is coming other classes, I say they are just not using only three. Maybe I think so. So according to this verse, here who have that spasha, rasa, gandha, and then sabta. They are within one. It's very much related to consciousness. It's all consciousness. And Darwin first expounded doctrine of the evolution. But jivo jivasya jivanam, that is already there. Ahadani apadani sapadana ahastani chatuspadam. Phalgu mahatam jivo jivasya jivanam. That means who don't have the hands and legs, they are eaten by the who have legs. And who have hands and legs, they are eaten by the four how to go, hands and legs who have. They are eaten by. And Phalguni mahatam. That means small living entities eaten by the big one. Like fish also is small fish eaten by the big fish. Same thing that that is the real evolution that's created by the Lord. Everything grow up and go six vikara. There is six type of utpatti, grow, born, grow, stay sometime, give product, and then become old and go die. Six type of things is there. That is evolution. And already is everything is uh, already in the Vedic system. Everything talking about that, and no need to this new one. This is not new theory. This is find out by the established by the Darwin and others. So it's already talking about that. It's very nice one. And which is the most among these birds, so far giving the purpose, highest is than three better than three liters. Three is better than the two liters, and this is better than the big liters serpent. And one thing also so far giving here that this is from second canto. Exactly, I forget that word, but according to the word, if we are not seeing by eye to the beautiful vision of the Lord, and this eye is only the eye of the pickup feather, because feather also have eyes but cannot see. Very beautiful eyes over there, and here like ears also like the whole of the serpent. If we are not hearing the Harikatha, And just we are respiration, that means in Swas Praswas, respiration, what to say, inhale and exhale, like the Hakoni, fellow of the gold, gold smith or whatever, like that. And if we are talking blah 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 other things, that's without Harikatha, that is also just simply we inviting the best, everyone. Vastra kyun asasanti, like that. That means Vastra also, Vastra in Sanskrit, that dialogue, and Vastra. Kyun asasanti. That means that Vastra also Swaspasasing is doing. That means respiration system is there. That means to go and come and down, go inside and come outside. Sarava ki najibanti. That means name hanti na khadanti in pasava. That means if we are not doing so, using our Indriyas for hearing the Harikatha and seeing his beautiful beauty and tasting prasadam and chanting to his holy name. If we are not doing so, and that is just compare with the that the value of the holy snake, and then like the trees also is standing. They are also doing same thing short prasadam. And Kim the Pasava Pare, they have been pursue animals also they do same thing. They also eating and begetting mating, begetting children and die, everything. They have also same thing. And what the difference if we are not hearing Hari Katha, listening, not doing satsang, that means we are also an animal. No, no difference. Yeah. Uh, we are also two pada and Janavar, two leg animal. So that's a Prabhupada is here. If we are simply just doing Ramya Katha, that means just simply we are inviting the dead. And at death, while saying this one, at the death time, Yamadut will come and punish. Because that is the system. That is the law of nature given by the Lord. What types of work we do and same types of body we will get. Even though people, trees, animals, better than the inner in inanimate object, that is animate things is higher than that. Also, like the animals, among the animals, man is the super. Man also a to say people not following the by this path, that means like ahara indra bhayamaitunam samanya nitad pasubhinara. If only simply doing four things, ahar nindra bhayamaitunam, eating, depending, sleeping, and mating. Four things is similar with the animal. Only one thing is different that man being can perform the devotional service. So just we have to use our face use of sound, the sound vibration to be chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama. That will protect one from the hands of the death. Now we have to go take some of party. It's all together connected. So रूपभेदादितस्तत्र ततश्चोपयत्सुदतः तेषां बहुपदाः श्रेष्ठाश्चतुष्पादास्ततो दीपा. Better than those living entities who can perceive sound are those who can distinguish between one form and another. Better than Same are those who have developed upper and lower sets of teeth. And better still are those who have many legs. Better than them are the quadrupeds. And better still are the human human beings. Purpose. It is said that certain birds, such as crows, can distinguish one from another. Living entities that have many legs, like the wasp, are better than plants and grasses, which was no legs. Four-legged animals are better than many-legged living entities, and better than the animals is the human being who has only two legs. See, so far, yeah, I didn't know about that. Crow can distinguish one from another. So, like many legs, like wasp, wasp, yeah, six, eight legs, hmm? Six legs, yeah? Many legs. Why they need many legs, I do not know. The Lord make all the plant. It is the many legs, and that's better than the plant and grasses. See, because plant and grasses they cannot move much. Little bit they move, but not much. But they can move with their legs. And better than that is four legs animals because they can go far away very soon. And then another is better than the animals is human being. ततो वर्णाश्च चत्वारस्तेषां ब्राह्मण उत्तमम् ब्राह्मणेषोऽपि वेदज्ञो हि अर्थोऽभ्यातिकस्तथा तथा human human beings, the society which is divided according to quality, quality and work is best. And in that society, the intelligent men who are designated as Brahmanas are best. Among the Brahmanas, one who has studied the Vedas is the best. And among the Brahmanas who have studied the Vedas, one who knows the actual purport of Veda is the best. The system of four classifications in human society according to quality and work is very scientific. This system of Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Sudras has now become vitiated as the present caste system in India. But it appears that this system has been current a very long time since it is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. Useless unless there is such a division of the social order in human society, including the intelligent class, the martial class, the mercantile class, and the laborer class. There is always confusion as to who is to work for what purpose. A person trained to the stage of understanding the absolute truth is a Brahmana, and when such a Brahmana is Vedagya, he understands the purpose of Veda. The purpose of Veda is to understand the absolute. One who understands the absolute truth in three phases, namely Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan, and who understands comes one to mean the supreme kind of Godhead is considered to be the best of the Brahmana or among the human being, human beings is Brahmana is the topmost. And within the Brahmana also, who know the in the Chaturasana, having four as burners, yeah, four castes, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishnava, and Sudra. Brahmana is the Uttam. And within the Brahmana caste, and who know the Veda is the best. And after that, who understand the Veda. No Veda is different things and understand uh, no actual purport of the Veda and is the very best person. जन्मना जायते शूद्र कर्मणा द्विज उच्यते वेद पाठी भवत विप्र ब्रह्म जानाति इति ब्राह्मण. I mean, everyone is Sudra level when they by birth. Some places talking about the Brahmana son, also Brahmana, Kshatriya son, also Kshatriya. Some places discussion also that one also there. And another places like Janmana Jayate Sura Karmana Dija Uttapati. Dija means river. Birds also Dija because they they took birth. They usually take birth first as a egg and then after as a chicken, like chicken. You can say like that. So they are also Dija. And Brahmana also Dija mean rebirth. That means spiritual birth. When do the Upanayana. Upanayanam. Upanayana means Upa means second, Nayana means eye. Second eye. That means spiritual eye. Because Dikshanta Samaro, Diksha will given by the Guru and he should follow. So that is called Upanayana. And sometimes same thing is another Upanayana means just sitting nearby the Lord. That is also called Upanayana. Means just bringing them to nearby the Lord. And I mean also carrying, carrying like that. That is also mean. So, so Vedagya, understand purpose of Veda, and then after what they do and apply in their life. And what do Vedagya do? How they know the for absolute truth. In Srimad Bhagavad first canto, Vadanti tattvavidam yadjnanam adabhayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavan iti sabdate. There is one verse. The three phases of the absolute truth. Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavan iti sabdati. Three. Three phases of the absolute truth. Means people can understand the absolute truth as a Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. But devotees, they wants to go to the and wants to resort to the Bhagavan. Not just seeing only everything is Brahman. You are Brahman, I am Brahman, but not limitation within that. That all Brahman means everywhere they can see the Lord's presence. If he is not doing so, and they are not devotees. We talk already that. Devotees should be know everywhere Lord is present, no? Everywhere. If not, and then they are not in that level. And second is Paramatma. There is a super soul within the everyone's heart. And then Bhagavan. Bhagavan is the top. Realization. This is a different type of realization. So, and who understand the terms Bhagavan to mean the supreme person of Godhead is considered to be the best of the Brahmanas. This is the conclusion of the three phase of the question. अर्थज्ञात्वा सं संशयच्छेत्ता ततत् श्रेयान् सुकर्मति मुक्तसङ्गल्पतो भूयान् सुगता धर्मात्मनः adhika. Better than the Brahmana who knows the purpose of the Vedas is he who can dissipate all doubts. And better than him is one who strictly follows the Brahmanical principles. Better than him is one who is liberated from all material contamination. And better than him is a pure devotee who executes devotional service without expectation or expectation of reward. Reward? Devotees, they don't want to reward. You know reward means what reward? Gift, like gift, badge. Oh, you are so good personality. So how to get that? Reward means prize, no? Like prize. Oh, now you are. I just you are being certificate. I remember one thing. Lord stamp us. Lord stamp us. Within our hand, there is a stamp. That means Shankra and Chakra. Within the everyone's hand, in the tip of the finger, there is a thumb and wheel. Everyone's hand. When why this one? Anybody knows why this one or what? Chakra. Yeah, everyone's hand. Yeah, yeah, fingers, and that also symptoms of the astrology talking about that too. Hmm? In astrology, there is Shankha and Chakra. Okay. But what is the reason? Why? Why is that so? It's given by the Lord. That is the stamp by the Lord. Yeah, I'm going to tell the reason. Reason is that when we were womb of the mother, at that time very painful. And at that time we pray. Every kid within the womb, that baby, that embryo, how to say embryo, no? Yeah. Huh? Embryo. Just pray to the Lord with folded hand. Please, Prabhu, when I came out from this home, I will chant your name, holy names, all these things. Please, Prabhu, give me back. Give back in that level. Please. And just he pray. And what he's thinking, and Lord, oh, many times you told me same thing. Many times you within the body, womb of the mother. Anytime you pray at that time, but you didn't did. Still you want to come in. Okay, then Lord give this. I stand you because you will forget. After that, I know that. That's why I will stand you, and then you get this Sanka and Chakra. why his previous activities are the same. And that is that is the reason of that is the and if we are and by this hand, if we are not doing so good activities and for pleasing to the him, if we are not doing so, and what will happen? Lord will unpleased because he give this stamp for us and we are not following those paths. And that means uh, and Punarapi Jananam, and we go again same place. We commit already and Lord just stamp out for that purpose. I'm just talking about the reward that we're going to. That there is one Karagre Basate Lakshmi, Karamadde Saraswati, Karamule Chite Brahma, Pravate Karadarshanam. In the morning time, chanting that mantra. That's why we have to see. Karagre Basate Lakshmi. Lakshmi and Saraswati. Who wants to Lakshmi and Saraswati? They have go to the Brahman. Brahman is the Lord, Supreme Lord. Then on that Mula, means the roots is the Jnana and the Lakshmi, and we have to go to roots. Roots is the Brahman Lord inside. So that means if we can see those sometimes chakra, oh, this is time given by the Lord. I have to do whatever I am doing by this hand, and we have to. I have to do for the Lord. That is the purpose of seeing the hands in the morning. Many sadhus they do, and they wake up, see their thing, hands and chant this mantra. And another also there, Vishnu Patni, Parvasti Tanamanditam, another verse also. So, Arthagya Brahmana refers to one who has made a thorough analytical analytical study of the absolute truth, and who knows that the absolute truth is realized in three different phases, namely Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. If someone not only has this knowledge but is able to clear all doubts or questions about the absolute truth, he is considered better. Further, there are many learned Brahmana, Vaishnava, who can explain clearly and eradicate all doubts. But if he does not follow the Vaishnava principles, then he is not situated on a higher level. One must be able to clear all doubts and simultaneously be situated in the Brahmanical characteristics. Such a person who knows the purpose of the Vedic injunction, who can employ the principles laid down in the Vedic literatures, and who teaches his disciples in that way is called an acharya. The position of an acharya is that he executes devotional service with no desire for elevation to a higher position of life. The highest perfect, perfectional Brahmana in the Vaishnava is a Vaishnava. A Vaishnava who knows the science of the absolute truth but is not able to preach such knowledge to others is described as being in the lower stage. One who not only understands the principles of the science of God but can also preach is in the second stage. And one who not only can preach but who also sees everything in the absolute truth, and the absolute truth is uh, in everything, is in the highest class of Vaishnava. It is mentioned here that a Vaishnava is already a Brahmana. In fact, the highest stage of Brahmanical perfection is reached to when one becomes a Vaishnava. So, Who is Acharya? You have to know this. Who knows the purpose of the Vedic injunction, who can employ the principles laid down in the Vedic literature, and who teaches his disciple in that way is called Acharya. The position of an Acharya is that he executes devotional service with no desire for elevation to a higher position of life. That is the real Acharya. That's the founder Acharya Srila. Not, not everybody is Acharya. Some of them Guru and some of it Acharya. Acharya means higher than Guru. Acharya can change the rules and regulations. Acharya mam bijaniyam. Bhagavatam. The Lord saying, Acharya mam bijaniyam. Bijaniyam. In Lord saying, just you know, you should know, Acharya, I am the Acharya. He is saying. That means which Acharya is come, and that means Lord give him power, he himself. It's not a minor thing to become Acharya. That's why Acharyas can change the rules and regulations. Because many rules and regulations is different than previous era and it's changing. Uh, Sometimes some of the rules and regulations collapse and that's regained by the acharyas and establish those things. In our society also many times this is going out of track and acharyas come and then they put in the track. So it many times happen. And other sampradayas also same thing. No acharyas. And sometimes after reading the Vedic literature and they give the position of acharya. There is Madhyama, Uttar Madhyama, Purva Madhyama, Madhyama, Uttar Madhyama, Shastri, the Acharya. After reading Sanskrit and then Acharya Padavi will come. That is the only designation, Acharya. But a real Acharya means who possesses every good quality of the Gurus and then after who don't have anything, any desire to elevation their life. That means for big post, for big Mahanta, they want to become big Mahanta, all these things. No, not like that. And that is wrong. And the highest professional Brahmana is the Vaishnava. Vaishnava is the highest Brahmana. So uh, it's okay for 2 days. We have to- श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की